Alright guys, here we are with game 1 of T90Series 2 with Tatoh in the blue and TheMax in the red. Game 1 is Huns Arabia, and I remind you it is a no wall mod. I will start with Max's map. Now these players, just to go over the settings real quick, they do have one rehost available. And apart from that, they're unable to use the same save twice throughout the 7 games. They will play all 7 games. And that's really about it. Well, starting with TheMax's map then, his map is pretty open here, and that's going to be difficult for him considering he's unable to wall. Above the town center here is probably one of his only wood lines he can use. To the right, it's all open. Below the town center, it's all open. He has the stone and the secondary gold, and this wood line would be okay, but there's a pond there. To the left of the town center is his main gold, and that's really in a bad spot for him, and there's a large hill. I mean, this is a very open map for Max. Gonna be kind of difficult, I think. Now, we'll look over at Tatoh's map, and his map isn't that great either. In fact, it's arguably worse. Look at all the hills, the main gold, the stone. I mean, all of this is just, he's in a crater. He has a crater map here, and he has the woodline on the left-hand side. So both players actually have horrible maps, and they can't wall at all. So this is actually really interesting. I told the players they have one re. I sent the AOCs a message. I don't know if I reminded them today, but I think it's going to be played out. They have till the 5th minute to call it. I remind you, they are also splitting these games. $75, they're splitting each game one. So they're splitting the money between that. So we'll see. Max is actually running forward. I don't know if he's going to lame. That's kind of where I was going with that. Some players are cutthroat, some players are a little bit respectful with the laming. But he's trying to get the scouting information in. He is definitely seeing the hills here. Tatoh's bringing in his boar already, but that one is on the front. Meanwhile, I'm not sure where Tatoh's scout is right now, but we'll have to see. But this is going to be really interesting for sure. Max bringing in his boar. His woodline's back here. I have to say his woodline is a lot more secure than what Tatoh's is. If you look at Tatoh's woodline, it's really exposed, and I mean, in 10 minutes time there's not going to be much of a wood line left, and where else can he go? Over here behind a cliff, and also way forward, way over here. I mean, he's got to go out here as well for one. It's just really bad for Tatoh. He's bringing in his other boar now. It's going to be difficult for both players. Now Max still paying attention to what he's doing. I assume both players are going to be going scouts or some type of aggression. We could see man-at-arms, but who knows? I do predict we're going to be seeing scouts because of the open maps, and there's such a fast unit. Max is scouting around. I'm going to take a look at the players scouting now. And Max has scouted. Well, he actually hasn't found the wood line, but maybe he can assume, because look at this, he sees all of the hills. It will be interesting if both players go forward, because we could easily see both do that. And that boar is now being brought in from the Max, which is definitely later than what Tatoh did. I think Tatoh kind of rushed his, considering it was forward. And total populations, both close now for game 1 of this series. And I think we're going to see close-up time. Going up with an extra villager here, and he's sending one over to gold now. At 2 over to gold, so probably man-at-arms here. Now Tatoh, on the other hand, excuse me, so that's really good awareness from him. I wonder if the farms weren't there, and if the boar wasn't lured so far away from the TC, if Tatoh would have ran into the TC there. Alright, so Tatoh's going to go around and get that good scouting information, and he's going to find the wood line, which again is really the only wood line for Max. But it is better than what Tatoh has. Tatoh's on the way to the Feudal Age ahead of Max, but Max is going up with an extra villager here, and he's sending one over to gold now. At 2 over to gold, so probably man-at-arms here. Now Tatoh, on the other hand, excuse me, going over to his point of view, he's sending 4 villagers forward. And where is he sending them? I might be going right to that gold, actually, and Max actually not finding 2 of his sheep. And he might be sending 4 forward as well. We easily could have saw the forwards from both players, and the man-at-arms and the forward from Max are going to run right by one another, and I think both are going to see it here. I mean, it's impossible for players of this level not to see it, and this is going to be a huge mess. No wall mod, villagers, militia, possibly man-at-arms running right into one another, and someone's saying this is going to be good in the chat, and that is so true. Tato's going to be sent back here. I mean, he doesn't have the units to fight this, and Max, remember, is going to be fighting downhill and pushing Tatoh back, I think. And this is going to be interesting to see what Tatoh does. I mean, I'm not sure what his play was with the villagers, probably a range or something. But now he's been sent back. He's going with the stable, which is also very interesting that he's chosen to go with the stable after seeing the man-at-arms. And now the forward range from Max. So Max has continued with the forward. Man-at-arms coming in, and Max knows where that wood line is. And with no walls available, Tato's just immediately putting up the watchtower. He might be able to fight this off with villagers for the time being, but he's just going to commit to the tower right away. And we're going to see maybe one archer, but a ton of skirmishers coming out from Max. Actually, we could see more than one archer because he is on gold currently. Might go right into that archer production. And we'll see how many scouts that Tato's able to make. He only has 4 farms, and his berries might be denied. These villagers are coming in. Is Max on stone currently? He is not on any early stone, but he will probably build a tower in this area. Is he going to go for the wood line? Is he going to go for the berries? Is he going to try and nail down the farms? You know what? It'd be interesting if he gets a tower up here, right out of range of the tower of Tatoh, because he knows that's the only wood line. And look at that. It's actually... oh no, that's a bad tower. He doesn't want to put that up. He's gonna go for this one, and look at this. Tato's coming out with his scouts now and his villagers. This game is so wide open, and Tatoh has a slight hill advantage here. And he has 3 scouts here, and he has villagers fighting. It's a huge mess. I mean, how do you cast a game like this? I mean, I can't even complain. I'm the one who did the no wall mod games, but it's not even micro at this point, but it's just sheer numbers, and Tato's pushing this back. It is a lot of micro, don't get me wrong, but I mean, the villagers pushing this back, it's not pretty. And now Max is running away. He's building an archery range, but he has some weak builds here. I think the one's on, 3 HP. The scouts could finish her off. And I think all the villagers could go down here. There's only 2 archers, and more scouts will come out from Tatoh. This is just changing so quickly. The weak villagers actually building that range. And just crazy stuff. But for now, Max is holding his presence on the front. We could see a villager go down here. She's got to go down, surely. 3 HP. She hasn't gone down yet. But Tato's doing the right thing and focusing down the army first. Max is sending that spear forward to focus down the spears. I think Tatoh really needs to get a range up, and there it is. He needs to get the skirmishers out. And he may be on gold, but he's not. It's going to be really difficult for him to get over to that gold with that hill there. So Tatoh, now that the spear is there, is going to launch a counter, and he may be able to do some harassment, but it looks like the spears are already coming out from Max. Max has a lot on gold, so he's going to mass those archers pretty quickly here, and he's going with the forward blacksmith. And he also must be collecting some stone, or I'm missing something. Oh, of course, I'm sorry, I'm a noob. He canceled that tower earlier, so he can build a tower here, and he's going right for the gold. And that's kind of the important thing of forcing your opponent to build that tower early in this situation, because now he can build this important tower on the gold. But I don't like that spot. Honestly, again, Max, build it up here. That'd be perfect, right in between these 2 pieces of gold. I don't like that spot at all. But Tato's not going to let that happen. Skirmishers coming out. And skirmishers are going to be a really good addition here. Both players getting fletching at almost exactly the same time. There's only 3 skirmishers. Tatoh with the micro. The tower again going here, which is peculiar to me. But we'll see how the micro goes, because there are 4 skirmishers. The skirmishers aren't going to finish off the vills for sure, but the scouts are coming from behind, and Tato's going to try and stop this. Vill's coming out as well. I actually think Tato's going to take a great fight here. This is huge. Tato's pushed this back time and time again, and I think that he has the worst map for sure. But we'll see how this goes, because the villagers actually could get focused down. The skirmishers just just disappearing from Tatoh. And villagers are exposed here. Oh man, one going down for Tatoh. This game is just back and forth. Scout going down for Tatoh. And that tower's going to go up. You've got to be kidding me. And now the villager is just scrambling away as fast as their legs can take them. And what a game. What a game. This snow wall mod is amazing. Tatoh has to go out to this stone. Only 2 skirmishers there. His scouts can't save him anymore. He only has 1 left. And his villagers, he's just built the mining camp. It's probably like 99% and he has to run away. Not looking good for him. He's not going to be able to access gold and launch a counter, and he can't send scouts out across to his opponent's base because there's spears there. So he almost needs to win a fight here with skirmishers first, and then attack this tower. But I almost said that if Max walls this up, he's not gonna be able to take it down. But this is a no wall mod 7-game series, so he can't do that, and he can't even house wall it up because it's Huns. So that tower is something that could go down easily if Tatoh wins this this fight and pushes it back. But let's see what these scouts are gonna do. Well, probably not all that much, to be honest. Let's look at the resources. Both players forever feudal at this point. Well, not forever feudal, but stuck in feudal. And all the villagers again. We got the villager going down. We got 1 villager going down. 2. Potentially very, very close to being 2. And all those villagers getting some shots, receiving some shots. And Max still holding his presence on the front very much here. And Tatoh just trying to get some stone income in. But it's going to be very difficult for him. But he is massing the skirmishers, and he does have equal upgrades on these units. But as the archers mass from Max, he's going to be more and more looming here. And very good fight from Tatoh. He's killing a lot of archers, and he's forced a lot of these units to run into the tower. And there it goes. The mad scramble out to the tower. Tatoh is going to try and take the tower down. And it's just insane. It's just insane, this game. Now, units coming in on the left-hand side from Max. And remember, there's a lot of weak vills here. And we could see all of these villagers go down. I don't know. 3 villagers going down. The tower's going down. Look at the vill count. I mean, Max is in the lead. But this gold's very important. Scale Barding's actually coming in from Tatoh now, so he might try and push this back with scouts as well. I mean, Max has a large villager lead, but he has 3 villagers that have been on the front for quite some time, and they're running back now. Tatoh has a lot of idols here as well, but very good fight for Tatoh there. I mean, to regain that gold, well, hopefully anyway. He needs to regain the stone, though, so he can tower that gold. But just look at this. There's a lot of skirmishers being added in from Max, and he lost a lot of archers because Tatoh's just been going skirms. And the military numbers, Max actually in the lead again, but he still doesn't want to fight this because he's a lot of archers, and he's adding in some scouts of his own now, and that's a brilliant move, really. But I think he should have waited and added in a couple more, but still, I think it's really paying off here. They're really adding in some good shots and archers and skirms behind. What a game. What a game. I mean, 24 minutes, still feudal age, Huns, and wide open. Wide open game. I'm really loving this. I think Tatoh just needs to collect a little bit of stone and get a tower up on this gold. But I'm predicting we're going to see scouts and skirms and archers from both players, and here comes Max. I assume to build another tower. I'm switching to his point of view to see his stone, and there you go. He's going to build another tower here, and that is a much better tower, in my opinion, than what he had before. And that's a great fight for Max on the hill with the scouts coming in. Tatoh had scale barding before, but he just didn't have the scouts. He's on 2 stables now. He actually has more scouts here. But the one thing is that Tatoh does not have the gold to create archers, and there's a lot of archers there from Max. And they have the hill, and they're going to be able to deal with the amount of scouts that Tatoh has. Max has a good advantage now. I mean, he has more villagers, he has the hill, he's keeping Tatoh off gold. I don't know if Tatoh actually sees that gold. I'll check in a second after this fight, but pretty good advantage for Max right now, and there's the GG from Tatoh, and wow, what a game. What a first game. Every game I've seen so far in this series has been fantastic. Well, you know, the first series, and now, of course, we've only seen 1 game in the second series. Amazing, amazing. I love it. I love it. And well played from Tatoh. He certainly did have the worst map, but You know, Max had a poor map as well, as the colors switch on us, as always happens after the GG. But Max did the right thing there. Like, had he not gone for the Man-at-Arms choice, I feel like that could have gone very different in that little Vil engagement in the beginning. So, anyway, let's take a quick glance at the achievements, and they will tell you that Max, well, he won a lot of the engagements there. Look at the units killed. Look at the largest army. Look at the economy. Max was well in the lead. And a lot of you guys are going to lose your bets here because a lot of the Tatoh fanboys are crying. But we got 6 games remaining, guys, and a lot of good games. You guys get to vote on this next map, and here you go.